Oh, shit. Run up these likes, run up these likes, run up these likes. We back again with another one, gang. So Dame Dash responded to the video of the altercation he got into with Jim Jones, all right? Now, salute to MREC TV. Salute to the Beat 139 podcast as well, because the Beat 139 podcast is the ones who actually conducted this, I guess you could say, interview, right, with Dame Dash. Okay? Dame Dash talks about what conspired, what was going on during that altercation with Jim Jones that has since went viral after Cameron and Freaky Zeke released it out of the vault, gang. I want y'all to smash the like button. I want y'all to share the video. We're going to get into this clip, gang, because Dame Dash is speaking on the nonsense. Salute to the chat, man. Let's go.
I want you to shut these motherfuckers down, because guess what? This is your fucking time. You are back, nigga. Because the next time we come here,
not gonna change. I'm gonna still be chilling. You know what I'm saying?
That's the hustler spirit.
But that was old with him and what's his name? There's no beef, right? That's just old, yeah.
I mean, put it like this. When that happened, we all had it on tape a long time ago, but collectively, it just seemed embarrassing for Harlem. And, for me, family, if we truly are family, should be kept, families fight, but the rest of the world don't need to see that. Mm-hmm. I didn't think, it didn't look like it went in his favor in that moment. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But, I just felt real disrespected that he had brought some people down to even think about doing something to me. And my girl was out there, his girl was out there. But it was like some fights you just don't even be proud of. It's like being your child. So you don't be like, yo, I just spanked my kid. Mm-hmm. And I'm not saying he's my child, but, I know him young, and it's like to see that.
Oh, shit. That is kind of a son, ain't it? It's like if I spank my child. I'm not saying that he's my child, but I knew him since he was young. Oh, champ. Maybe that's what would have happened, champ. Maybe if Jim would have actually shot the fair one, you would have spanked him like he was a kid, champ. Because Jim ain't known to be taking any fair ones, champ. And as someone that is claiming to be non-trade Billy Badass, champ, you sure haven't had many one-on-ones, champ. I ain't gonna lie. Like I said, you gave Mr. Rogers a suplex down the escalator at the airport, champ. That's about as gangster as it got. Yeah, you tried to suplex Mr. Rogers, champ. You heard? It was a random old white gentleman that you gave a fisherman suplex down the goddamn escalator during that altercation. But we haven't seen you put any hands on any black gentleman from the hood. Okay? Oh, champ. Let's continue. What else? What else? Oh, champ.
Version of him is a lot different. Like I said, his name was Jomo before Jim Jones. He became Jim Jones, but I know Jomo. Mm-hmm. So I'm not saying that's soft or whatever, but I know that version could not beat me. You know what I'm saying? And or at least I had to see. But either way, as a man, somebody comes to your establishment, it'd be like someone coming in here. It was the reason why when I had a barbershop, I would feel any kind of violation in the barbershop was a violation to me. Mm-hmm. Like, this is my spot. You got to take that up. And if you did something like rob somebody in my spot, now I got to come see you. And that type of stuff would happen. So I'm like, man, I get in so much trouble when I'm outside because I feel like I'd rather go out on my shield and get beat up. I have to get beat up before, especially if it ain't no guns or nothing, before I'm gonna just let somebody straight disrespect me. Yeah. Or like if somebody goes stick them up, pause like that, I gotta see the gun. You know what I'm saying? Like show me the gun. I'll give it to you, but just show me.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it to you.
But just show me a gun. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna give you.
Don't bluff me. But what he said, nigga, it was in his establishment. Cause that just like somebody come to your house.
Well, it was a misunderstanding between Chrissy and my girl about Lady Vampire, and it was something that happened the way they spoke to each other. But Chrissy came down first, and we had resolved it because I know Chrissy. I've known her for years, way before Jim, and
Of course you do, champ. The whole Harlem allegedly knows her, champ, for multiple reasons. For multiple reasons. So you say your girl and Chrissy got into some stuff too, champ? Damn. So it's been two situations of a one-on-one allegedly. Oh, champ, yeah. This is interesting. Didn't know that. I didn't know that, champ. But let's continue. What else?
Then he pulled up because he called me and I kind of like hung up on him because he was popping it. And he was like, I'm coming to see you. I was like, I'll be over there. And I didn't really believe that he could ever disrespect me and bring some other people to come hurt me.
Wow.
I couldn't believe that. It'd be like me telling some.
Damn, he didn't believe Jim was that gang. He didn't believe Jim was gangster at all. He said, I couldn't believe that Jim did that. He's never done that. He won't do that. And he still didn't do that, champ. And he still didn't do that, by the way. He attempted, though. He attempted to have his hooligans try to violate Dame and all that, but that ain't even happened. Didn't happen. Didn't go down. All right. That was all nonsense. That just didn't go down. Now we got Dame explaining this to like Jimmy is a little guy. Evidently, all I'm hearing here is Jimmy is a little guy, champ. And he's to slow his goddamn road. Now, I ain't gonna lie, this is the way that Dame Dash can redeem himself, because last year he was a laughingstock. Maybe he's not a laughingstock this year. All right, now the laughingstock has became Jim Jones, even though last year Jim Jones was still a laughingstock. Ain't that right, champs? But now he's more of a laughingstock. Can't pay for heat, can't pay for the rent. It's getting bad, it's getting ugly. But let's continue.
Somebody to punch my uncle in the face. You know what I mean? If I got a problem with my uncle, then I just gotta fight my uncle. But I ain't gonna never have no stranger, no one I don't know do that. And I just couldn't believe, because he was like, yo, punch him in his face. And I was like, I couldn't believe it. Damn. You know? So, you know, a good thing, it's good that nothing happened, because
for sure.
I'm not gonna say I'm the toughest guy in the world. Like, regardless to whether I would have lost that day or not, eventually I feel like I would have won. So I felt like it wouldn't be good to jeopardize a bunch of people's lives for no reason, you know.
Jeopardize a bunch of people's lives? What does that mean, champ? What does that mean? Jeopardize a bunch of people's lives. This sounds like something else. Salute to Von Arnold, who says, peace from Harlem, my brother. Salute, salute, salute. Uncle Dust says, damn, Jomo is going outside. What do you mean jeopardize people's lives? This sounds like something else, champ. This sounds like something else. I ain't gonna lie.
Like getting a real friend is never gonna send someone else to put themselves in danger. You know, you gonna put yourself in danger before the people you care about. So I was just like, you know, but either way, it wasn't nothing that we was all celebrating. It was like that shit was whack. It was like, we can't be the unit that we once was. Mm-hmm. Like, I can't look at my brotherhood the same. I could never, like, you know, there was a time I walk into Jim's studio, Mel Matrix, they would all be there, and I have full safety. I feel trust, because I would never think he would just snap a finger and say, yo, do that.
Yeah.
You know, or you know, people are cool when they agree with you. Toughest niggas is the coolest niggas in the world, but once y'all get at a disagreement, it can get very disrespectful. So that's why you also have to be selective with the people you do business with, because it's like, I know how I'm gonna be if I get mad. If I know how that person's gonna be if they get mad, and I know that they get mad often, at some point I know it's not gonna work out. You know what I'm saying?
That's a complete violation to me, because I'm listening to you talk.
Now, you know the homie that just called me from the other day, he was like, yo, you want me to do this up? And I'm like, nah, man, that was years ago. But
somebody called up Dame and asked him if he wanted something to happen to Jim. Damn, champ. Damn, yo, Jimmy could have got himself in a predicament just off that video being presented. Is kind of crazy, ain't it? Oh, champ, we gotta get to some comments, man. We got Kenny Mack. Jim Jones is an effing joke. For real. Yes. A comedian, 1000%, champ. His life is a different type of movie. Top Flight says Jim been trying to get other cats to sub his hands into love since Love and Hip Hop. Yeah. But the Love and Hip Hop thing ain't go too well now. Did it? Oh, champ. Uncle Dust says, shout out to Dame for standing on manhood even when he takes it out. Yeah. There you go. There you go, champ. Let's keep this thing going. Yeah, this is interesting, man. Make sure you smash the like. How many likes do we got, as a matter of fact? We got to get these likes up. We need to get these goddamn likes up. You dig? We need to get these goddamn likes up. It's getting crazy. Let's go.
OG or someone that is in that level was like, y'all, Is that done? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a violation because if I'm here, right? If I'm in my establishment, I'm pitching what you're saying, you know, and you come in and you
I'm downtown,
order right, and you order some dudes to hurt me. It's like I don't even know if we can ever get back cool ever again because that's a threat, man. Like suppose they would have did something,
right?
Suppose they would have did something.
Would have been a bad domino.
Yeah, then that's not cool, man. Like that, you can't. That's not a light conversation. Cause I see how you holding. You're strong. You've been around you. You strong mentally for a street. You strong for his business. You strong for his life. I watched you. I studied you. You know what I'm saying? Cause I just really met you and got the good feel for you. And I like you as a friend and as a man and as a family man. We met your family. But what I'm saying is that. For your dude that you came up with to threaten you like that, I don't know if I could ever I can forgive you, but I ain't gonna never forget that, man. You know what I'm saying? That's that.
So again, they're my brothers. I don't want to see nothing happen to them, but it was more like, yo, just stay over there.
Yeah.
I just needed to know what was gonna happen the next time we saw each other, so I knew how to react. So that was that time I reached out to.
Hold on. Fred Bucks says 2 things about Dame. He's always gonna talk his ish and stand on business. I disagree. There is selective standing on business. I'm gonna tell you this. I don't know if you know this or not, but when they had that Rockefeller brunch, or Rock Nation brunch to be exact, Dame said that he would never associate himself with Leo Cohen, Jay-Z, and etc. But he was literally in his studio crying about not being able to be at the Rock Nation brunch and apologized to Leo and Jay-Z and etc. He also had a book called Culture Vultures that was supposed to release, and that got thrown under the rug. Like, all this stuff got thrown under the rug. There was a whole movement of culture vultures and all this, and it got thrown under the rug because Dame ended up crying and bowing down. So I can't say he's always standing on business, because you bowing down to a corporation based on your beliefs and you just going against it and crying, wishing you was at the brunch is nasty work. I ain't gonna hold you. So I can't say he's always standing on business. Maybe here he did, but Champ, I've seen that man fold on a few occasions, unfortunately, Champ. So I'm gonna just tell you what I saw. But let's continue. Champ.
After that, and I was like, yo, you really want to like get into it? Like, I know your son and all that. Like, how we, you know what I mean? It just was too far gone. But we needed to know, all right, well, when I see you, what is it? And we did agree, like, now we cool.
So we good money.
Yeah.
That's what we need.
There's no way that I'm gonna just like I preach that they program us to fight each other.
That's where I was going.
When I get in the program, I gotta be like cognizant that, oh shit, I'm in that program.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Where you know it's wrong, but when it's you like fuck all that, and then you're a bad example. I can't do the same thing I'm telling people not to do. So I don't really profess or will have a problem with any black man at all, because that's what they want. So, me and 50, that's jokes until it's not. But right now it's jokes. Me and Cam, Fredo, and again, that's the no Fredo. So if you're doing some sucker shit, it look like it might, you gotta be like, nah, yeah. No Fredo. So that's the new shit, no Fredo. That's when you're doing some sucker shit, no Fredo, don't do that. But my point is, I don't want to see nothing happen to him. I do feel violated because he brought my children into it, but I'm telling my hands, like, just relax, because they might do some shit I don't know. I'm serious. So you got
please don't. Please
but it would be wrong.
So you go for the fair one? I heard something like that.
With Jim?
Yeah,
and to me in Harlem or any gangster scenario, a fair one is the most manly thing you could do, because you might not like the dude, you deal with it, and y'all both go home.
That's right.
And then you respect that person. But anyone that's not willing to give a fair one, especially when it's called, they're a sucker. Don't be tough sending somebody to do your dirty work. If you have a problem, it's man on man, and let's be brothers after.
Right.
And that's respectable.
That's how we grew up, though.
That's how we grew up.
Fair one.
So, yes.
Too bad that ain't happening, Champ. You are going on a t-shirt. Unfortunately, there is no hand-to-hand, because everybody can't fight and everybody's not fighting. You got a better chance of seeing a goddamn blick and ending up on a t-shirt, Champ. Yeah, you're gonna get airbrushed on a couple t-shirts, and that's about how that's gonna end. Unfortunately, this is what's going on, Champ. Sorry to tell you, but these fair ones ain't no more fair ones, Champ. It's gonna be fair fire, Champ. Unfortunately, Yeah, for y'all that might have been a thing, but nah, everybody shooting a fair one, but people are actually shooting, just no fair ones involved. Actual shots, champ. Yeah, you're gonna end up in the friendly skies, as they say. That's where you're gonna end up. You're going upstairs. Yeah, that's it. You're going upstairs. It's nasty work, but this is just the reality. This is the climate that we're in. Unfortunately, there is no fair ones anymore. Every day. Hey, make sure you're running up these likes too, man. Smash the like. If you ain't smashed the like, we need to get them likes up. I ain't gonna lie. Please and thank you. Let's keep this thing going. Oh, Chad.
I've seen like real niggas getting real money, and a nigga that's not getting so much money, and nigga be like, yo, I need a fair. All right, take the jury off. Y'all chill out, and we do a fair one. I've had a lot of fair ones. You know, I gave a couple of
so when
y'all friends, you know what I'm saying?
When you asked for the fair one, Dame, what happened? What was the reaction?
Well, homeboy, he was like, he didn't want to fight, and you know, I was like, yo, but you work out, you tough. What's up with all the muscles? You know, I do that to get so I can fit good in my clothes. But to me, it was just
what? He says, "What's up with all the muscles?" Jim says, "So I could look good in my clothes." What type of time is you on? Yo, bro, what? What type of gangster? That's supposed to be gangster? You say you didn't want to fight. You didn't want to fight Dame because. And then Dame asked you, "Wow, what's up with all the muscles?" You said, "Just so I can fit good in my clothes." Is crazy work. You must have knew that Dame was gonna piece you and lay you out on the ground. That's why you ain't scrap with him, champ, because you knew you didn't stand a chance, champ, and you would have got embarrassed out there. And you know what happens if Dame would have laid you out, your career would be completely a joke, champ, because Dame laid you out. And there's not too many stories of Dame laying out any gang members. So you was a non-trade Billy Badass. Blood would have looked absolutely insane having Dame lay you down, champ. You dig? You told Dame that you got muscle so you could fit the clothes better or it looks good on you. Nasty work. What about the scrappings, champ? How gangster is that? That ain't gangster. But let's continue. Run up these likes, gang.
just like I couldn't believe like you're gonna send some people to get into a stupid problem over nothing, and it might affect their life forever. Because I know if something happened to me, there's a lot of people that love me. It ain't gonna be, it's things that become beyond your control. But also, I'm not gonna be able to wear that. It's gonna fuck with me for the rest of my life. Like humbling me would be something I'd have to go get therapy for. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I got punked and punched. That's why, like with Charlemagne and all them, and McCann or Fredo got punched in the face. I'm like, how do you get punched in the face and not swing back? How do your body let that happen? Like, my body won't do that. Like, I just would be like, you know what I mean? I want to be able to control it. You know what I mean? It's like boom, boom. Like, you know what I mean? It's not even, like, did you just, you know, it was defend yourself and go ahead. Deal with that shit later. You know what I'm saying? So, I think that shows the DNA of a man. Because you don't stand down if you believe in what you're doing. You just wear it. You don't run. Like I said, somebody got the drop on you, it is what it is. Then you want to live. But if it's 2 or 3,
but we got like
we
you said, we got to see that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I got to see it. Yeah, I got to see it. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I'm not even running. I'm just like, yeah, you got it. Good, you got me. Hope it was worth it. Dude, you know what I'm saying? I hope somebody catches you wearing it or whatever. I'll see it in the pawn shop. You know what I mean? And that's happened with friends of mine, got their jewelry, and then I see it and be like, yo, give me that, man. Out the store, unless you tell me who gave it to you. You know what I mean? But it always pops back up.
Yeah.
So I ain't dying over no physical things. I'm definitely not trying to kill none of my brothers because that's the test. And that's what they want to see.
I'm glad. I want you to say that again, man. I'm glad that you look at it like that.
I'm 54. That would be corny. Any fighting after
we
like
see a lot of 54-year-old niggas doing corny.
Like, after like in your 30s, it's whack.
Nah, I disagree. Yo, listen. I will be in my 30s and another Negro's getting pieced up. Come at me crazy thinking that it's all peachy. Promise you it's not. I ain't gonna lie. You heard? I don't care nothing about all that kumbaya, all this nonsense. I don't care about none of that. Disrespect me, come at me crazy. I promise you getting laid down. We ain't playing that type of game. Respectfully. You heard? I don't do that. I don't give a damn about none of that stuff. I don't care who views who. That don't got nothing to do with me. I don't care. You heard? and the hands don't discriminate neither. You could be purple, yellow, or bright orange, nigga. You are not exempt from hands. You understand me? Never. Promise you that. I don't care how old I am, 30s, 40s, I promise you, you still gonna catch hands, gang. You heard? You still gonna catch hands. Don't get it twisted. Now, somebody else might live by a different type of mindset, but me? No, chin. Try that nonsense. And ain't nobody gonna stop me from laying you down. I'm just saying. Run these likes up. Smash the like. Share the video if you will. Let's continue. Oh, champ. What else?
Like, you remember when we was young, when you was 35, you was an older nigga. Like, you 35, get your old ass out of here. 50 is ridiculous. 53, I'm 54. My next decade is 60.
Halfway mark of your life.
I'm not supposed to be fighting and winning. You know what I'm saying? It's like if someone gets to drop on me now, it's like it's not prime Dame Dash. It's like fighting Jake Paul fighting Mike Tyson. You know what I'm saying? I'm not prime Dame Dash. I'm 60, 54.
I don't know about that. Mike Tyson could have easily knocked out Jake Paul. Nah, I disagree. Listen, don't let that Jake Paul Mike Tyson fight fool you. That was a fixed fight, champ. That fight wasn't legit. If Mike wanted to do the Jake Paul what Anthony Joshua did to Jake Paul, he could have did it. I'm just saying, like, come on, you're not about to act like that wasn't a pay to play fight. Man, we knew that there was a clause in that fight where Mike could not knock out Jake Paul, bro. As for that Anthony Joshua fight, the gloves was off. Yeah, the gloves was off, and bro ended up getting his goddamn jaw split. Oh, champs, getting crazy, gang. Smash up on the like. Smash up on the like. On champ.
40 years old. But if 54-year-old Dame Dash in his brain thinks that he can still whip your ass, but it's only to defend myself. Like I'm not walking around any town all aggressive and chilling. I just want to relax. So if I'm chilling, that's my point. Is my gallery was all the way in the Lower East Side. It wasn't in Harlem. It wasn't running. It was to get away from. It was to be in a peaceful environment. So if you gonna come into my environment and compromise the people's peace, like where they don't feel safe, then it fucks everything up.
Yeah, so it fucks the brand up.
It fucks everything up. So again, I'd rather my crew see me get beat up than run.
Yeah, 100%.
You know what I'm saying? See me go out on my shield.
I get it.
But the most important thing, like I said, like he said, is about peace. We ain't pushing no negativity. Like he said, that was an old video that he didn't put up. So the thing is, it's about peace and growth and getting that money. Because when you look crazy when you out here fighting and getting them guns, that's what the why is. So, because I know a lot of people
who want to put a lot of people
probably any of this. Be in a hot cell with a bunch of niggas who want to take a shower.
So it's like I'm glad that cleared that, because a lot of people, sometimes people don't realize it's old.
I understand.
Because a lot of people may look at it, think that happened last week. No, he didn't upload it, and that's something that's happened a long time.
If I did have a problem with it, you wouldn't know. If I didn't like it, I'm not going to tell you. But it was so long ago, it already got handled. And you see how nobody knew what happened? Wow. If I really, I didn't feel the need to like, I got people that would probably have been very upset about that. And I intentionally didn't tell anybody. Because I don't want to see them overreact. Because a lot of people would always advise me not to be around him. He's trouble. So there was a lot of things that have happened, where it'd be like, people come outside that were like, I'm not coming outside for him. You know what I'm saying? But he gonna get you in trouble. And I'm like, he good, he listens. So at that point, it meant I couldn't control him no more. He didn't have enough respect for me to listen. See, the thing about your OG is, whether you agree with him or not, you have to give him grace. So there has been times, a lot of times, I don't agree with my OG. I listen, we talk. Whether I apply it or not is on me. But I give them the respect enough to say, okay, I'm not gonna, and if you make a mistake, what I do or something, because a lot of times things are misinterpreted, misunderstood. So if I have one problem with somebody and for 20 years we never had no problems, then you give grace. You're like, fuck it, I'll let that slide. You've been a good nigga for 25 years. It must be a mistake.
Yeah.
So that's what I'd be like. I do so much for certain people that one misunderstanding, everything I've done gets flushed down the toilet, and now I'm not a good nigga. But I'm used to it. I know it. Again, I told y'all, Jesus did not get hung up on a cross. That's the way they writing it. Jesus was too cool. He saw it coming, pause. Just like I can. I know how they're gonna write history like I got hung up on the cross. But that's not how it happened. Got nobody hung me on no fucking cross. You feel me? Y'all could talk shit. It might have meant that y'all might have felt like y'all were mentally hanging me on the cross. But if I paid attention to what y'all say, maybe. But again, a million whack ass niggas is not stronger than one cool Harlem nigga. I'm telling you. I've been around the world.
Facts. You right about that.
It's just a mentality of this hustle, and it gives you energy to dream. And I'm having too much fun getting money. So imagine when the block's clicking and it's nice out on 139th Street back in '91. You didn't get tired. You'd stay out there for 3 days straight, might not even clean. And if the block's clicking, you like, yeah, you have to. So to me, this is what this is. The block's clicking. I'm chilling with my friends. I'm going to hustle all day. 365, 7 days a week when I got something to hustle for, which is my dream, with people I'm cool with. So how could I get tired? When do you go to a party and you know what I'm saying? Like it's the
Basically, Jim is a bozo, guys. I'm just saying. Basically, Jim looks crazy. Dame Dash has redeemed himself by making Jim Jones look crazy. And yes, Jimmy looks crazy. Everything that Dame is saying that Jim said in this video makes Jim look nasty. So I'm gonna repeat this. Dame Dash said, okay, so what's all those muscles about? He says, because they fit good in my clothes, I don't want to fight. What type of nonsense is that? Listen, if you was issued the one, you should have shot the one. I'm just saying, bro. What are we talking about? You got muscles because they make you look good in your clothes. That's why you got muscles, nigga. What are you, a goddamn Victoria's Secrets model or something, champ? The hell, I thought you was non-trade, champ. How you non-trade? You can't get ready to rumble. What type of nonsense is that? People get put on to sets for a reason, champ. What do you mean you not ready to shoot the one? And you supposed to be other people's OGs that's blood and all that. You look crazy. But we not even gonna talk about the other moments where Jim done ran from folks like Mendices. Nigga, you hit under the car when Mendices was trying to give you hands. That's nasty work. You a grown man hiding under a whip. Nigga, you trying to be a mechanic or something, nigga? How you get under the whip with no jack? That's what I want to know. How in the world did you manage to make yourself get under a car with no jack, champ? You must be an awful good mechanic without tools, because Mendices chased you and made you go under the whip is nasty work, by the way. And don't forget that Rod Diggs situation too, champ. That man almost put you upstairs. We're trying to wow him out. But hey, it is what it is, man. It's getting crazy. Uncle Dut says Mechanic Jomo. Yo, listen, Jim Jones is going out in a nasty way, a nasty fashion. And it's only gonna get worse, champ. All right? Listen, they said they got other videos of Jimmy. The first video, this video making him look crazy, is the first of probably many videos that they got of Jim. So who's to say what's next? We don't know what's gonna happen next, but we do know that Jim Jones is a complete bozo, champs. We know that for a fact. All right, yo, gang, do the man a favor. Hit the like, share the video. Let the man know how you feel about this madness in the comment section. If you brand new to the channel, make sure you subscribe as well. Hit that sub button. You heard? Join the man's Discord called Big Gotham Fire Discord. All right, make sure you join up. And one more thing before we get all the way up out of here. You ready, gang? It's the mayor, the one and only New York Mayor F. Mom Donnie, and you rocking with the town favorite Showface News. It's Big Gotham. You already know it's the town versus everybody at all times. Yo, hit that like, and when the video's done, hit the hype button. I'm up off this game. Salute.